Editor's note, if before you go criticizing this, I'm running off like zero sleep. Anything is funny to me. I also just finished a 12-hour shift. Less than 4 hours of recording this. So I'm pretty tired and I wanted to get this video out in a rush. Thank you guys for your understanding. Botania. A mod pack about magical flowers. Nothing else. Nothing else behind it. This is Botania. Um, if you don't know what Botania is, it's a mod that's existed for quite some time now. And Botania adds to the game one epic boss fight or two epic boss fights, I should say, with an epic soundtrack to them. And adds quite a few items to it. But the basic premise of Botania is just living wood and living stone and magic flowers generating mana in order for you to uphold said magical items and look pretty badass when you do it. Anyway, into the showcase. So basically, when you start off in Botania, you want to make yourself a petal apocrypha. And if you don't know the recipe, it is going to be 2 cobblestone slabs and 4 pieces of cobblestone with any flower or mushroom petal from Botania. Then after you make a petal apocrypha, you want to make yourself a pure daisy with 4 white petals from Botania. All you do after this is just toss in some seeds. And boom, you got a pure daisy. Now, all you do is you get your pure daisy, you place it down, you get you some wood or stone, and just wait a minute or two. And it should all convert to living wood or living stone. After that, you want to start generating mana. After you make yourself your first mana pool, if the mana pool crafting recipe is going to be 5 living wood or living rock in a crafting grid. After you do that, is you go over to your you go over here to make your endo flame, which requires 2 brown mystical flower petals, 1 light gray one, and 1 red. After you make your endo flame, you sit here. You also want to make a Wand of the Forest. Wand of the Forest is made from 6 living wood logs in order to make the 3 sticks, and 2 of any petal. Once you get that, you want to get your Wand of the Forest out. Make sure it's in bind mode. Bind your endo flame to a mana spreader. Then, after that happens, you take some coal, you just toss it on your endo flame, and you start generating mana. These can be found in dungeons between Black Lotus and Blacker Lotuses. They give you mana. You just toss them in, and boom, your mana pool is full. Next, you want to start making Terra Steel. In order to make Terra Steel, you need mana steel. So you're going to get yourself some iron ingots. And then you're going to go over here. You're going to toss them in the Elven Trade Port. You're going to toss them into your mana pool. And you can toss in a whole stack at once, and it just rains. And then from here, you want to come over to your I'm going to mess up the pronunciation on this so hard. Terrestrial agglomeration plate. You want to come over here to your terrestrial agglomeration plate with a mana diamond and mana pearl. And then you just kind of toss it all on. I think it was like 5 of these. Okay, I was wrong. But to set up the terrestrial agglomeration plate, what you want to do is place 5 living rock in a pattern like this with 4 lapis lazuli in a pattern like that. And then you bind that to that. Then you just toss one of each mana diamond and mana pearl on top, and you just wait. And it takes a bit of time. If I remember right, you actually need a spark on top of it too. But hey. There we go. In order to make a spark, it is blaze powder, 2 of any color petal, and a gold nugget. And in order to make your mana spreaders, you obviously have tiered stages. The better the tier, the faster it is. order to make it, you need a gold ingot, any mystical petal, then 6 living wood. Pretty easy. But after that, turns into terra steel. You want to make enough to make a set. Then, after you make a set, you can go over here to your beacon. You have to make sure it is set up like this. And there can't be any blocks or anything in the way for some odd reason. It's in every version of Botania. The Guardian Gaia doesn't like that. And you just right-click this with this, and you get the first Guardian Gaia boss fight. Pretty easy. But that's all for Botania. In the next Botania video I make, I will be explaining every drop from the second tier boss fight. Bye-bye!